This strategic asset of our location has now put us in a very peculiar situation. There are 4 major theatres of great power contestation in the world. One of them is not relevant to Pakistan directly, that's the Eastern Europe, Russia, Ukraine, war, etc. The other 3, the Asia Pacific, that starts from Japan, comes all the way to India in terms of the alliance structure. Middle East, every major power has been involved in conflicts in the Middle East in the last 20 years. There have been countries that have been basically, unfortunately, broken down to zero. Yemen, Syria, Libya, etc. That contestation starts all the way in Libya, but then the mainstay has always been Iran versus the Gulf. So you go west from Libya, come down east, and Iran is the border of that theatre. And the third one is Russia and its Central Asian backyard, where there's intense contestation between China, Russia, and the US. And of course, the great game of the 21st century. So these 3 theatres, if you draw them on a map, there is only one country in the world that sits right in the middle of these 3 theatres, and that's Pakistan. So if we think that we can escape this quote-unquote storm that's coming of great power contestation, I think that'd be very, very short-sighted, because you don't have positive interdependence. That's going to come through strategic foreign policy. Today, countries like Pakistan will succeed if they can align simultaneously with multiple great power camps. That's why we say no camp politics, which means that we want to work with every camp at the same time. If you don't do that, if you pick one camp against the other, Pakistan, given its location, will become the proxy battleground for the next round of great power contestation. We have tested and tried that before. All it's brought us is misery, a lot of Pakistani lives lost for a little bit of money that ultimately doesn't do to our economy what we hoped it will. So that's not a good way of going forward. We've got to make sure we work with everybody. But pure economic solutions unfortunately won't work. We have too many enemies in the world. How will a country not want to destabilize Pakistan? What is that incentive structure? I gave you the example. Central Asia through Pakistan. Same with China and CPEC extension. Same with regional energy projects, and on and on. That's the lens. That's why just economics is not good enough. It's geoeconomics, thinking through the strategic lens and coming up with solutions that would build your economy. That's really the entire shift that we're talking about. We are stuck in a geography where a storm called the US-China contestation is coming our way. That's the challenge we are dealing with. And in that, a proactive geoeconomic approach is the only one. An approach that talks about creating positive interdependence of the world with Pakistan in a way that even your adversaries realize that their stakes in Pakistan are such that an unstable Pakistan is more costly for them than a stable Pakistan.